Okay, so today we're going to cover the kettlebell snatch, right? The first thing that we want to touch on is the hand and the wrist position, so how we hold the kettlebell in the hand, okay? It's quite a bit different from the barbell. So what we want here, first of all, we want to have a straight wrist, okay? This barbell hand position, it's no good for the kettlebell, so we want that wrist to be straight, okay? And you can see here that the kettlebell is right in the kind of the heart of the hand, or say the heel of the hand. All right, so whether we're in the front rack position or we're overhead, the wrist is always going to be straight and the kettlebell right across the heart, okay? So again, we do not want this flexed wrist, this barbell wrist. We want this straight wrist, just like that. All right, so step 2, we're going to do a clean and press, and then we'll focus on the drop or the descent of the weight from overhead. Okay, so I'm gonna clean, press it. Now from this point, what we want to do, we do not want the kettlebell going up over the top like that. Okay, what we want is we want the kettlebell to come around the side. So we're gonna turn, rotate, and then the kettlebell is coming right around the hand, staying nice and tight to the body. Nice and tight, nice and smooth. We rotate again, and now the kettlebell moves around the outside of the hand, like that. Okay, so the next step we're going to do what we call a progress to no press. So what I will do is essentially I'm going to do a clean and press, but I'm going to clean a little bit higher every time until I essentially get to a point where I don't have to press the weight out any further. Okay, so my clean, full press, back to the shoulder. Now I'm going to clean it a little bit higher, press it, back to the shoulder. I'm going to clean it a little bit higher, press it, back to the shoulder. On this next one, I'm going to essentially clean it all the way up. There was no press involved. Now I've got my full snatch. Okay, so what we want to do with this, first of all, we like to focus on the upward phase of the movement. So I'm going to ask you guys to practice this with a return to the shoulder first. Okay, so what I mean by that is we're going to do our snatch up and then return to the shoulder. So now we're just focusing on this movement here. Okay, snatch, return to the shoulder. Okay, when you feel that you're good and smooth with this, okay, then you will move on to doing this with the drop from overhead. Okay, like so. Okay, so now you've completed the full kettlebell snatch. If you've gone through these steps and you've practiced this, your technique should be pretty smooth at this point. If you're up for a challenge, I'm going to give you guys a kettlebell snatch challenge here. What I want you to do, you're going to take 5 minutes. Okay, in 5 minutes, I want you to try to execute 100 snatch on the left side. Okay. After this, you'll rest for 3 minutes, and then in 5 minutes, you'll try to execute 100 snatch on the right side. Okay. Now, of course, I've said left and right. You can do this in whichever direction you prefer. Okay. And then another thing to note is that this challenge is applicable for standard kettlebell weights. So this would be 16 kilogram for the women and 24 kilogram for the men. If you only have a heavy kettlebell at home, say if you have a 28 kilo kettlebell, or girls if you have a 20 kilo kettlebell, you can do this same challenge, except you're going to go for 50 repetitions per side instead of 100. So there's your kettlebell snatch. I hope you guys have learned something today, and I wish you the best of luck on your challenge. Have fun and go get it.